everybody. I thought I'd pop on just a few minutes early since this is my first time doing a live stream yoga class. Welcome to anybody that's taken yoga with me, as well as maybe some new folks. So while we're waiting for 5 o'clock, maybe grab a mat, and if you have any props, like perhaps you might want a block or a strap or a belt of some sort. They're not necessary, but if you have them, go ahead and grab those. And just wanted to talk a little bit about Let's Get Physical. Let's Get Physical is an initiative of Price Hill Will, and Price Hill Will has been sponsoring these yoga classes for a few years now, and it makes it possible to have free yoga classes in Price Hill in Cincinnati for free. And so we rely on donations and grants and such. So if you're interested in supporting the class, go ahead and go over to the Price Hill Will webpage, and there's a whole section there that talks about Let's Get Physical and our classes, and there's a donate button there. I'll also put a link to it after I finish this video. So I'm doing this from my phone, and in order to get a full screen shot of myself, it's kind of far away, and so I may not be able to see any comments that you make. I probably won't see any comments until afterwards when I watch the replay. So I apologize ahead of time if I'm not seeing any comments. I may be able to see them when I stand up. So let's go ahead and just find a comfortable place on your mat. Generally, we start out in what's called easy pose, and it's just sitting cross-legged. However, I want to make this accessible to all levels. If cross-legged doesn't feel good to you, feel free to just have your feet apart like such, or maybe one leg out and the other one in. Sometimes if you've had an injury on one side, this is pretty comfortable. So whatever feels like an easy pose to you, let's go ahead and get into that easy pose. And so just taking a moment to center here, just sitting up tall wherever you are and tuning into your breath. Just maybe softly closing your eyes or looking down at the ground in front of you, and just noticing your breath. We want to have a nice even breath if possible, so if you rushed to get here, just go ahead and just slow it down. With each breath, we're letting go of our day and bringing ourselves to be more fully present in this moment. Maybe taking a moment to set your intention for your practice. So this means just finding a word or a phrase that you can use as you go throughout your practice for the next hour. It can be something simple like relax or be still. This is a yoga strength class. Generally, my Monday night classes at 5 are with students who like to focus more on strengthening. So maybe your mantra is be strong, or I am strong. And so we'll just repeat this to ourselves throughout the practice. Helps to give us greater focus, helps us bring us into that awareness of what we want to affirm in our lives. So on your next breath, go ahead ahead and bring your fingertips down to the mat or the floor on either side of your hips. And we're going to bring the chin down towards the chest. And just relax your shoulders. Relax the back of your neck. Release any tightness that you might be feeling in the upper back and shoulders and the back of the neck. And then on an inhale, roll your head over to your left shoulder. And just let your left ear kind of gently pull down towards your shoulder. I'm mirroring you here, so my left should, or I'm going to my right, but it should be your left. And you want to feel a nice stretch on the right side of your neck here. Just letting go. And then on your next breath, bring your chin back to center and roll the head over to the right. And again, keep your shoulders relaxed. We're trying to keep them from going back up. Just have them be relaxed. And you're going to feel this stretch on the left side of the neck. And then as you exhale again, center. And we're going to keep the chin tucked in and bring your hands in front of you, clasping your hands, and then stretch them out, palms facing out, arms nice and straight, and then round your back so that when you breathe and stretch out, you're feeling the upper back, the space in between the shoulder blades kind of opening up. Take a few breaths here. Remember your mantra. And then as you inhale, straighten your spine, bring your arms up over your head, and turn the palms of your hands to face the top of your head. As you breathe in again, straighten your arms, try to bring them back by your ears if you can. And as you exhale, lean to your left. And we want to continue kind of rooting down through the sit bones, but stretching up towards the ceiling. And then as you inhale, bring it back to center. And then exhale to the other side. And this time we're breathing into the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. And as you exhale, release the hands. And we're going to bring the arms behind the back. And clasp your hands like so. Right down by your sacrum. And this time I'll sit sideways so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And so we're just going to kind of pull the shoulders back and then bring the arms slightly away from your body. Just whatever kind of stretch feels good. You want to feel this opening up across the chest, opening up the collarbones. And if it feels good, be mindful of your neck. Just tilt your chin up just a little bit. Opening up through the throat. Breathing, remember your breath. And then as you exhale, go ahead and release. So let's bring the legs straight out in front of you and just kind of shake out any tightness that you might have had in your joints, letting everything go. We're just warming up here. And so once you're complete with that, go ahead and bring your legs back in, but bring them in if you can the opposite way that you brought them in, or brought them out, I should say. We're going to place the hands on the knees. And as you exhale, just relax forward and let your head kind of hang down. Let it be heavy. We're going to relax through the back of the neck and the shoulders. all the way down your back, down into your lower back, down into your hips. And then as you inhale, let's begin to make circles with the body. So we're going to breathe in, making a half circle coming around to the back. And as you exhale, complete your circle coming back to the front. And then just continue going around, breathing in halfway and breathing out the other half. Remember your breath. We're going to bring it back to the point where we started. And just pause there for a moment. And then go in the other direction. Just finding your own rhythm. Feeling your body loosening up. Letting go of any tension that might have developed during your day. Go around one more time, gradually bringing it back to the point where we started. You relax there. Maybe you can relax more fully forward over your legs. Breathing into the back part of the body. And then from here, you can place your hands on the floor, and if you can, just kind of roll over your legs like so, coming into tabletop, or coming into tabletop however you would like. I'm going to read my comments here for a moment. Stacy's watching and Doug is watching. Great. Hi guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're going to come into this tabletop position, and tabletop is bringing our wrists right below the shoulders, and the knees are right below the hips. So knees hip width apart, and wrist or shoulder width apart. And you want to focus on the part of your hands that's right here. You want to press down into that part, because that'll activate the muscles in your arms and keep you from sinking into your wrists. And it helps to keep the wrists from fatiguing. So we start out in this position in tabletop, and then as you inhale, just go ahead and relax the belly and look up, relaxing through your lower back. And then as you exhale, you want to curl your tailbone under and arch your back, looking towards the navel into cat. And then just alternate here, breathing in to your cow and breathing out to your cat. Being very mindful of your movements and your breath. Feel the body kind of opening up a little bit more with each movement. Let's do one more set. When you've finished your cat, just go ahead and bring it into tabletop. So from here we're going to begin to do some strengthening. You want to check in with your position here, making sure your hands are right below your shoulders and your knees are hip width apart, and stretch out your left leg. And so I'm going to go ahead and give like phases here, because everybody's at different levels. So if this is where you are today, just stay here. Just feel that stretch. Your toes are curled under. We want to stretch through the calf muscle. And then if you want to take it further, we're going to press down to the left hand and extend the right arm out. And again, you can stay here, or if you want even more challenge, you can raise that left leg. And so we're stretching out here, stretching out through the bottom of your foot and out through the opposite hand. Feeling strong through your core. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring it back down. So from here, stretch out your right leg. Again, toes curled under. Feel that stretch through the calf. And then if you wish, extend the left arm out. And then from there, bring your right leg straight out. And you want to feel nice and strong through your core, maybe even drawing the navel in towards the spine. Trying to keep your leg and your arm parallel to the ground. And to breathe. Take one more breath here. And then bring it back down. And let's go ahead and come into child's pose. So child's pose is bringing your sit bones all the way back to your heels. You want to bring your tummy as much as possible down to your thighs. Stretch out your arms and bring your forehead down to the mat. And your next inhale, let's come back up into tabletop. Curl the toes under. And as you inhale, raise your hips up and stretch your legs. Try to bring your arms on either side of your ears. Again, we're pressing down through the palms of the hands right where I showed you. And then walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Bring it into stillness. Try to stretch your heels towards the ground. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bringing them down to the ground. Bring your sit bones back. Your tummy on top of your thighs, coming back into your child's pose. And so just relax here. There's an alternative to child's pose. If it feels better, you can bring your knees wider than your hips and bring your belly in between your thighs. Gives you a little bit deeper child's pose. Keep your big toes together. Either one. Each breath, remembering your intention. And the next inhale, go ahead and come back up. We're going to come back into tabletop. Curl your toes under again. And as you inhale, straighten your legs, raise your hips up, downward facing dog. And then looking between your hands, you can either hop your feet in between your hands or walk your feet forward. And we're just going to come into a forward bend. So forward bend is just letting yourself be like in a ragdoll position. So you have to keep kind of repositioning myself to stay in the picture. So just let your head hang here. Let your arms dangle. If that doesn't feel good, you can hold on to either elbow. And just kind of roll the shoulders around, maybe shake your head, yes and no. We want to let gravity kind of help us out here, letting go of any tightness through the back of the neck, the upper back, shoulders, just letting it all go. And then once you feel complete here, I want to put a little bend into the knees, draw your navel in, keep your chin tucked in, and just gently roll up. Feel like you're rolling up one vertebrae at a time until you're up into a standing pose. So your head should be the last to come up. And so I'm going to stand sideways here in mountain pose so that, well, I'll start out straight on first. so that you can hopefully see my feet. I want to bring the feet within an inch or so of each other. And lifting up your toes, just kind of spread them out and feel that space in between the big toe and the baby toe of each foot. Feel evenly balanced, and then just gently let the toes go down onto the mat. You want to feel balance between the front and back of each foot and the left and right side of each foot. And then from there, we're just going to imagine that there's an energy from the earth that we want to draw up through the bottoms of the feet. Mountain pose is all about strengthening our foundation. It's the foundation for all of our standing poses. So you want to feel that strength begin to increase in the body. So starting with that nice balance on the feet, just imagine that strength drawing up through the bottoms of your legs, into the tops of your legs. We want the whole pelvic area to be neutral, so the tailbone is pulling down. You don't want to be slouched or hyperextended. You just want to be nice and neutral here. And then we continue lengthening through the spine. Feel like you're creating space in between each vertebrae. And then avoid pulling the shoulders up. You want to keep them relaxed and back, but not held back that it's uncomfortable. Just a natural alignment here. Have your arms relaxed at your sides. Your arms can be relaxed either with your hands facing outward or facing in towards the body, whichever feels more natural to you. And then continue lengthening through the neck. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And imagine that the top of your head is maybe floating up towards the ceiling. So we have this kind of opposite forces, grounding down into the earth, but yet stretching up, extending upward towards the ceiling. Breathing into that. Remember your intention. So from here, we're going to do some flows. So these are some strengthening flows. Will increase the heat. So hence why I'm rolling up my sleeves here. So we're going to start out, palms face out like so. And we want to bring them up and over the head as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, just do a little swan dive and have your fingertips lightly touch the floor. Inhale, come up slightly and place your hands on your shins and flatten your back. And then as you exhale, bend your knees and place your hands flat on the floor. Breathing in again, stretch out your left leg. And then exhale, bring that knee down to the ground. And you want to feel really stable here, pressing down through your knee and through your foot. And as you inhale, bring your arms up. And then exhale, bring them back down to the floor. On your next inhale, bring your right knee back to meet your left. And exhaling, come into child's pose. As you breathe in again, we're going to slither forward like a snake. Chin lightly hovering over the mat. Butt up in the air, elbows in. And then go ahead and curl your toes under. Raise your hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Take an extra breath here. Look between your hands, and as you breathe in, bring your right foot forward. Exhale, turn your left foot out slightly. On your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring them back down to the ground. As you breathe in, turn your left foot forward, bring it to meet your right. Exhale, fold forward, relax. And then inhaling, bring your arms up overhead. Palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And just take a moment here to kind of get in touch with any sensations in the body. Breathing into your intention. And so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend, lightly touching the mat. Inhale, come up slightly, hands on your shins and flatten your back. Exhale, bend your knees, place your hands on the floor, and stretch out your right leg. As you exhale, bring your knee down to the ground. And then inhaling, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the floor. Inhale, draw the left knee back by your right. Exhale, come into child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe in again, slowly lower forward, bringing chin hovering over the mat, butt up in the air. Curl the toes under, and then inhale again, bring yourself into downward facing dog. Taking an extra breath. Look between your hands as you inhale, bring your left foot forward. And exhale, turn your right foot out slightly. Pressing down through both feet, inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring them back down. Turn your right foot forward. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. We're coming back into our downward or our forward bend. Exhaling, relaxing. As you breathe in, bend your knees, bring your arms up, overhead. Palms together. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. And again, just bring that awareness into the body of how you're feeling. Let's go ahead, bring your hands to the sides, come into your mountain pose. If you're not already, you want to come to the top of your mat because we're going to do our warrior series. It's also called, what is it called? I just forgot. Well, it'll come to me, but it's more commonly called the warrior series. So, on your inhale, we're going to bring the left leg back, and you want to have your left foot turned out slightly. So I think you can see that here. And then we want to bend into your right knee so that it's right over your ankle. You don't want to have it extended out like this because it'll be uncomfortable. It's hard on the knee. We want to have it right over your ankle. And you want to feel really stable here. If you don't, go ahead and widen your stance. You can kind of walk your right foot outward so that you have a wider stance here. So, feeling that stability, bring your hips to face that right foot there. And then as you inhale, bring your arms straight out. And we want to press down through the feet and extend outward through your fingertips. Breathing in here. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, open up your arms into a goalpost. And I'm just going to go sideways here for a moment. You stay right where you are. I want your arms to be so that this part of your arm is parallel to the floor. I don't want to see this. It should be up like this. And then your shoulder blades just kind of slide down even though your upper arms are parallel. So this will strengthen your upper back. Taking one more breath here. And as you exhale, go ahead and lower your arms. And let's reach for either elbow. We're going to take a breath here. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Keep your back nice and straight. And just breathe. have a nice long spine. And then breathing in, bring your body back up. And if you want to do a little back bend, exhale, a little back bend. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, release, and bring your body forward again. So coming into mountain, I always like to pause in mountain just to give people a chance to kind of recuperate. Check in with your body. Notice how it's feeling. I mean, yoga means to yoke. So it's that connection between mind, body, breath. So really feel that connection. So we're just going to start from mountain again, feeling that strong foundation. And on your next breath, bring your right foot back. Turn the foot out slightly. Exhale into your left foot or your left knee. Again, right over the ankle. Feel that stability. If not, go ahead and make an adjustment. Want to have your hips facing the top of your mat. And then inhale, bring your arms straight out. Feel that pressing down into the ground and extending outward towards the ceiling. Breathing into that, remember your intention. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, open up the arms into the goalpost position. Again, feeling the shoulder or the shoulder blades just kind of slide down a little bit relaxed. Opening up through your collarbones, through your heart space. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, bring the arms down. We're going to bring them behind the back, reaching for either elbow. Take a breath here. Exhale, hinge forward. Nice straight back, long spine. Feel like your top of your head is extending outward towards that wall. Breathe in here. And then as you breathe in, bring your body back up. Exhale, back bend if you wish. Inhale, back to normal. And exhale, release, and bring that foot forward. Again, coming back to our mountain pose. So we're going to do, I remembered the name, the alternative name to warrior. It's called hero. So anyway, it's a little bit more peaceful sounding, hero as opposed to warrior. We're going to bring that left foot back again, but this time you want to have your left foot kind of perpendicular to your right foot. So the toes of my left foot are facing the screen here. My right toes are facing out towards the opposite wall there. And my hips are going to be facing also the same way as my left foot. And go ahead and bend into your right knee. Again, have it be right over your ankle. Some people like to go a little bit deeper into this pose, having a wider stance. So whatever feels good to you. And then as you inhale, bring your arms out. You want them to be straight out. And then look over your right hand. Fingertips are extended. I don't think that shows up on the screen. Feel that lengthening through your spine. Relax your shoulder blades. And remember your intention. Turn your right palm upward, and as you breathe in, bring your right hand up towards the ceiling, then the left one goes down. And we're looking up towards the ceiling. So stretching up, exalted hero. Feeling really exalted. Like maybe think of something, a goal that you've reached recently and what that feels like. Feel that in your body. Breathe into it. And as you exhale, go ahead and come back to the second position, hero 2. From here, we're going to bend at the elbow. And you want to make a right angle here so that you can bring your forearm down on top of your thigh. And the other arm can either go over your head. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can just place it on your hip. Or some people like to kind of bring it behind the back and like tuck their fingers into that hip crease there. So whatever feels good to you, whatever you need. If your arm is stretched out, keep that body open. You want to feel a nice stretch all through the upper side of your body. So breathing into that. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, we're just going to kind of windmill, come back to Hero 2. As you breathe in, straighten your right leg. Exhale, lower the arms. And we're going to pivot the right foot forward. So now both of our toes are facing forward. And this is where, if you have a block and you like to use it, we're going to do a forward bend. And this block will just bring the ground closer to you. So if you want to use a block, I'll demonstrate here how to use it. We're going to hinge from the hips. And you can either have the block be straight like this and just place your hands on the block. If you can't go very far down, you can put it on its side so it's a little bit higher up. Or you can even have it be vertical and have it be like that. Or you can just not have it at all. So wherever feels comfortable for you. So let's all do it together. Let's place the hands on the hips. Taking a breath here, and as you exhale, just hinging from the hips, keep your back straight until it's parallel to the floor. And then once it's parallel to the floor, we're going to bring our hands down to either the floor or the block. Breathing here. Place your left hand, I'm going to mirror you, so I'm going to put my right hand, but it'll be hopefully your left. Place it directly beneath your face. And bring your right hand on your sacrum. We want to keep the hips from shifting side to side. We want to keep it steady. So that right hand is going to feel that steadiness there. We're going to press down through the palm of the hand that I showed you earlier. So we're engaging the muscles in this arm right here. And then on your next breath, turn and look over to your right. And then bring that right arm straight up. So we should have a straight line between the floor and the ceiling. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, bring that hand down. Place it where the other one is. So the left hand now goes on the sacrum. Pressing, kind of lifting up out of the wrist. We're going to turn and look over the other shoulder. And then inhale, bring that hand up. Breathing here. And then exhale, bring the hands down and evenly space them on the floor or on your block. And as you exhale, if you can, relax more deeply. You can also hold on to your ankles. Some people like to do that. And we just want to let the top of the head kind of float down towards the floor, like so. The arms can be bent. We just want to kind of let go of any tightness that you feel through the back of your neck and your shoulders. Take one more breath. And then on your inhale, go ahead and come back up so that your back, your torso is parallel to the floor. We're going to place the hands either on the hips or on your thighs and go ahead and come back up. So now we're going to do our Hero 2 in the other direction. So we're going to pivot the other foot out. So it's facing the other direction. Bend into that knee just like we did on the other side. And inhale the arms straight out and look over that hand. Kind of remember your mantra. Feeling nice and strong. Our hero poses are all about bringing strength into the body. Feeling courage. From here, we're going to turn that palm upwards, and as you inhale, bring it up towards the ceiling, the other one's down. And this time in our exalted hero, let's think of a goal that we haven't achieved yet. And that feeling that you had before with the goal that you did achieve. Feel that into the body. See yourself achieving this goal that you haven't reached yet. Feel it being successful. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale, come back to hero 2. We're going to bend at the elbow, making our right degree. And exhale, bring it down on the thigh. Whatever you did with your arm on the other side, do the same thing here. If your arm is behind your back, go ahead and bring it up over your head. And then on your next breath, kind of wave that arm to help bring you back to your hero 2. Breathing in, we'll straighten the leg. Exhale, lower the arms. Pivot the foot forward. And let's just kind of do the Charleston. Bringing our feet out back together. Actually, not completely together. We want to have the feet wider than the hips. And the toes are going to be facing outward. And we're going to come down into a squat. Again, we can use our block. I'll demonstrate 2 different ways to do squat. If you're a little bit tight through your hips, you might want to place your block like so and just rest here or down a little bit lower. Or if you're feeling really flexible through your hips, you can come all the way down. So let's go ahead and come into our squat, bringing our hands, starting with bringing them to our heart center, taking a breath. As you exhale, bend your knees and come into your squat. And so wherever you are in your squat, let's just hold it for a moment. Feel your spine lengthen, your tailbone pulling down, top of your head, reaching up towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Releasing any tightness through your lower back. Taking one more breath, and then using your hands, just bring yourself down to the ground. Sometimes it's with a plop, sometimes we do it better than others. So the rest of our poses are going to be seated on the ground. So we're going to use our strap in a moment, but let me first demonstrate this pose without the use of the strap. We're going to be sitting up nice and tall. The feet and the knees and hip bones are all going to be in alignment. And so we're going to bring the arms straight out so that they're parallel to the floor. And then as you exhale, draw that navel in towards the spine and lean back. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And you can just stay here. We're going to do this 3 times. Each time is going to be successfully a little bit more difficult than the time before. So this is the basic one. So you just want to engage that core. This is all about strengthening the core. And then as you inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, relax your arms down, and let's just take a breath here. So the second position is bringing the arms straight out again, just like we did the first time, engaging your core, exhaling, leaning back, and then just bring your feet up a little bit. So your feet are just a few inches hovering, and we want to keep, again, the shoulders relaxed. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. A lot of times we clench the jaw when we're holding a position. And you just want to remember to breathe. Take one more breath here. And exhale, bring the feet back down. Hug the legs, sit up tall, relax your lower back. And then let's prepare for the third position. So breathing in, lengthen, bring the arms out. Exhale, suck your belly in, lean back. You can either stay feet on the floor, just a few inches, or try to bring your legs up. Mine don't straighten. You can also hold on to the backs of your legs if you wish, or you can try to keep your arms out. And I shake here, so I've been told that's kind of normal. Remember to keep everything relaxed except for your belly, your core. We'll take one more breath. And then exhale, release. Hug your legs in, sit up tall. And release. So the next series we're going to do is with the strap. So I'll show you with the strap and without for those who don't have a strap. We're going to place the strap around the bottom of one of your feet. And then we're just going to unwind it enough so that you have a tautness in your strap. And lift that leg up and just lean back. You want to open up your arms as wide as you can. So we're also strengthening our upper back. Your spine is nice and long. And your gut is sucked in. And so you can stay here if you just want to focus on your upper back. Or if you wish, you can raise that other foot up off the ground. And you're finding this balance here. Remember to breathe. Keep your jaw relaxed. Remember your intention. And as you exhale, go ahead and release. The other way to do that, if you didn't have a strap, is to hold on to your big toe and bring that up. Bring the other arm out. Lean back. Other foot up or down on the ground, either one. And then release. So on the next one, I'll do both. I'll do with the strap and with just the big toe. So if you're doing with the big toe and not the strap, feel free to do that one twice. So we're going to lift up the right leg. Open up your arms. You want to feel like you're maybe a beautiful tango dancer and you have this beautiful posture, nice straight spine. Suck in your gut. Raise the other foot up. Remember to breathe. Remember your mantra. And then exhale, bring it back down. And put the strap to the side, or you can use the strap again. If you want to do the one with the toe, hook your fingers over the toe, bringing that leg up. Bring the opposite arm out, suck in your gut. And bring the opposite leg, foot up off the ground. Taking one more breath. Exhale, release it back down. So the next one, I'll demonstrate without the strap first. We're going to see if we can bring balance using our core, holding on to our big toes, and just, well, let me walk that through. What I've done is just kind of walk my heels in until I can engage my core, straighten my spine, and then I just kind of bring the heels up off the ground and then extend them out. And I'm trying to have a nice strong back, strong core. Breathing here, remember your intention. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, bend your knees and bring those heels to the ground. So the next one, you can either use your strap, or if you wish to do just the big toes again, you can do that. So if you might want to play around with where the feet, how far apart the feet are. So some find it easier to have the feet closer in, some find it easier to have the feet further out. So whichever one works for you. Want to sit up tall, hold on to the ends of the strap like you're holding on to the reins of a horse. Kind of draw those heels back until you can lift them up. And again, having that nice, beautiful posture. Remember to breathe. Remember your mantra. One more breath. And as you exhale, release the heels down to the ground and put the strap to the side. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Hold on to your ankles and just let the knees flutter out to either side. Relaxing through the hip crease, relaxing your hips. And then bring it into stillness. Straighten the legs. We're going to come into a forward bend. So we'll start up by sitting up nice and tall. You want your toes facing pretty much up towards the ceiling, not at a right degree angle, but just not flopped out to either side, but just generally up towards the ceiling. Sitting up tall, feel that rootedness in the ground. Place your hands on the floor. Breathing here. As you inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Put a little bend into your knees. And then exhale, relax forward. And just let your hands rest on your legs. If you wish, you can kind of put them over your bottoms of your feet. Or you can have them relaxed at the sides of your legs. Whatever feels good. And so in the forward bend, you can be as deep as you wish. Or you can be slightly out of it. Whatever feels good to you. And so I'm going to just be slightly out of it so that I can talk and not be muffled. So what you want to do is, again, particularly here, use your breath. Feel the breath expanding all the muscles in your upper back. Feel that openness, releasing any tightness there. And then as you exhale, maybe you can go a little bit deeper because you've let go of some stuff. You've let go of some tightness, some stiffness. Just relax. Remember your mantra. Let's take one more breath here. And then on your next, go ahead and walk your hands in towards your body. And again, we'll bring the hands down on either side of the hips on the floor, sitting up nice and tall. And breathe. Notice how the body feels. Feel that flow of energy from the base of your spine all the way out to the top of your head. It's called chi or prana. It's our life force, our breath. Breathe into that. Draw the heels in close to the body. I'm going to sit sideways so that you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to bring the knees in as close as you can and take your right arm and place it around your legs. And as you breathe in, bring your left arm up and then exhale, pivot and bring that hand to rest behind you. You don't want to lean on it. You just want to have it here to support your pivot. Each breath in, you want to feel like you're lengthening a little bit more through your spine. And then as you breathe out, maybe you look a little bit deeper over your shoulder. And then on your next breath, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, release. And let's do the other side. So we're going to wrap our left arm around. Sitting up tall, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, pivot and let it rest behind you. Lengthening with each in-breath. Maybe looking deeper with each out-breath. Breathing in, we bring the gaze forward. And exhale, release. And so let's go ahead and come down onto the mat, on the floor. We're going to walk your heels in close to your sit bones. Your feet, your knees, your hip bones should be in alignment. And your hands are on either side of your hips, about 6 inches away. As you exhale, go ahead and flatten your lower back against the floor. And then as you inhale, kind of curl your tailbone up and raise your hips. And then your back coming up into a bridge pose. And then once you've reached the top of your bridge, go ahead and exhale, bring it back down. So we're going to do this one more time with a little variation. If you want to do the simple one again, feel free to do that or join in a variation. So again, exhale, flatten your lower back. Inhale, bring your hips up, your back coming up into your bridge. And this time, walk your shoulder blades together and clasp your hands underneath your sacrum. We're going to press down through the arms so you get a little bit more height with your bridge. And we're opening up through our hip crease here. We're stretching the quads, we're strengthening. You want to press down through the bottoms of your feet to help support your body here. Taking one more breath. And as you exhale, release, go ahead and grab your block and we're going to slide it underneath the back side of our body here. You want to have it centered like right around your sacrum. And as you inhale, go ahead and bring your legs straight up into the air. And so if it doesn't feel centered, just kind of wiggle or maybe bring your feet down all together and adjust. Or if this block doesn't feel good at all, just feel free to remove it. So with the legs up in the air, let's point and flex the feet. Rotate the feet in circles. And when it feels right, rotate in the other direction. And then when you feel complete, just let them relax. So this is an inversion that is the easiest inversion to do. I mean, it's easier than standing on your head. It gets the flow of your prana, your chi, going in a different direction. And by doing this, we are practicing having things go in a direction different than what we expected. Sort of like now with the coronavirus. We certainly didn't expect this. So by practicing these poses, we're better able to handle things in our lives because we practiced it on our mat. Things going in a different direction from what we expected. You can always hold on to the backs of your legs if they get tired. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, go ahead and bend your knees and bring your feet down to the floor. We're going to press down through the feet, raise your hips, remove your block, and exhale. Go ahead and bring your hips all the way down. Bring your knees in close enough that you can put your hands on your knees. And let's just rotate the knees in circles. You're going to feel a little massaging along the back side of your body, all around the back side of your hips and your lower back. The bigger your circles, the more extensive you feel it. You can also focus by making little circles around your sacrum area. So whatever feels good to you. And then whenever you feel complete this way, go the other direction. And then whenever you feel complete, go ahead and bring it into stillness. And let's release. Bring the feet down to the floor. Go ahead and stretch out your legs. Bring your arms at your sides. Let them be relaxed with your palms face up. Your feet are relaxed out to either side. We're coming into our Savasana. So just stay relaxed here. I'm going to sit up so that I can direct you into our relaxation. So let your feet relax out to either side, relaxing all the muscles from your feet, through your ankles, into the lower parts of your legs, softening through your knees, and relaxing your thighs. Feel the space in between your hip bones, just soften. Relaxing your glutes, pelvic area, and all the muscles in your back. Just feel like you're sinking a little bit deeper into the floor. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to. Feel it just roll right off your shoulders, letting your arms relax fully at either side, all the way down and out through your hands, fingers, and thumbs. Let each breath soften your body, letting go of any tightness in the belly, across your chest, maybe gently opening up the collarbones a little bit more, opening up through your throat, your neck, into your jaw. And soften all the muscles in your face, around your mouth, in your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, and your scalp. And so just take a moment just to relax fully there in the silence. Gently bring your awareness back into the space, making any subtle movements with the body, like wiggling the toes and the fingers, maybe rotating the hands in circles and the feet. And then taking your time, bring your knees into your chest to give yourself a hug. Gently rock side to side, bringing yourself to rest on your right side. And we just want to take another moment to relax there on your right side. Just bringing awareness into the body, the space that you've created. Feel that energy flowing a little bit more freely through the body. And so again, just taking your time, use your hands to just gently push yourself up, and let's come back up to the seated position that we started out with. And so I like to close my practices by chanting Om. Om is this vibrational sound that is kind of a primordial sound. And when we chant that Om, we connect with the universe, everything that's around us. So go ahead and just gently let go of the breath that you're on. We'll take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then take another deep breath to Om. Om. palms together at your heart center. And once more, recall the intention that you started out with. Feel that move into every cell in your body so that you can take it with you, making it a part of who you are. Thank you so much for coming today to practice with me online. If you like what you saw, I'm going to be doing some more practices. Stacy Walsh is another yoga teacher. She's going to be teaching Wednesday online at 5 o'clock. I'll be teaching tomorrow at 6 o'clock and Thursday at 4 o'clock. So the same place. So hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you. Namaste.